Hi guys, in today's video we will see React components. So what are React components? Let me have some data here. H1 tag, and we have random values, p tag, React tutorial, and here we have order list, and here list, and we have any value. I'm just telling you about what are React components. Basically, React is all about components, and this lecture is going to be very important because React is all about components. Reusability, we can use multiple components at many times without pasting a lot of code. We can have, I think that's enough. React.js, and here let me show you the output, that how it is looking like. You can see that it is awesome. We have basically here h1 tag and p tag, and here we have order list. So here I'm basically talking about React components. What are React components? We build multiple components. Basically this is one element. If we have multiple elements, you can say that this is a complete one element that makes any sense. This li is not alone making any sense here. So this is, you can say that it is a complete component. So let me show you what are components basically. New file, and here I am writing. You should have to make one first letter as capital when we are writing React components. So first of all, I am just typing the name as heading.jsx, and I have told you what is JSX in my previous videos. So first of all, I have to import React here. Import React from React. And now you might come to know that why we are importing React. And we can have a function here, function name, and here we are just writing the same name as the page here. So it will return, you can say it is going to return h1, and here in h1 tag we have just copy it, Control C, and I'm going to paste it here, Control V, Control S. And the one thing that I have not explained till now, one mistake is function have these signs because it would look like a function. If we don't use these braces, it is just looking like an object, Control Z. So no, it is looking as function. So first of all, we have to import data, import React, and we don't gonna to import React DOM because we are not going to show any render or any other React DOM method here, but we are only using React because JSX is all about React component working. So that's why we are importing React. And first of all, we have created this function. It should be the same as well as this page name, and this function name should be same. And here we have to import that page. Export ex, export default default, and here I am just exporting heading. And in my next video I will explain in detail that what is import and export, but for the time being you should only know that this is exporting something that it is you can say that exporting to other classes of JSX. Control S, and you can say that there is still no any issue, but I am just telling you about JS React components. So first of all, this component is exported now from this page, and this function is returning h1 tag, and inside h1 tag we have our first line which I have written, but now for the time being I have removed because I'm just showing you what are React components. And here I have to import that page that I have exported here. I can have heading tag. This is just a variable from, we have first from, this is showing the option here heading, and here now I can use my own JSX element. I have created my own element here. So this was React.js components. So if we don't need to write anything between these two tags, we can only use self-closing tag, this one. And now what is basically happening, let me show you the output. You can see that it is showing the same output, and whenever and wherever we need this heading, and what is inside heading, we have a single header tag, h1 tag, and inside h1 tag we have these values, and whenever in the page we need this header, we will just write this component, just copy it, and we can use anywhere in the page. Control V, Control V. So instead of having a lot of rush of code, so I am just having a small component, and this small component is showing a large of code. Control S, and you can see that now it is showing again and again my values. It doesn't matter how many times I use it in my page. So this was a React basically components. Control S. So let me have a second component of P. First of all, we have to create a file, and this file should be of, you can say that it should be related to paragraph. We can say here para dot JSX. And now first of all I have to import React. Import React from React, and here I am using function and the same name as the page have, and this function would return let me copy and paste here this paragraph. Control X, and I am just pasting here. Control V. No, this became a second component of React.js. Let me export it and show you the output. Export default, and here I am just exporting para. Control S, and here whenever we use this para, this basically we have a React component. Whenever and wherever in the page we use para, first of all we have to import it. Import para from colon, and first of all we have dash and forward slash, and here we have para. Now this para is basically imported to that variable. I am now just typing here para and self closing tag. This is now became a React component, a complete variable in a single variable, a complete component in a single variable. So let me show you the output here. You can see that output is still same, and if I copy it, Control C, and I can use many times, as many we need. You can see that now it have 3 paras because I have just written this variable as 3 times. Control S, and we have to use a third. This is basically the order list, and this is a complete element. So we cannot use that this li separate, this li separate, because this is not a good way. So this is complete element. So I'm just copying here and paste the complete element. First of all, I have to create another component which is known as, you can say, order list, order ordered list dot jsx, and here I have to import React from React, and here I have to use function orderlist dot jsx. Oh, don't have to use jsx here. Return, and we have here return, and inside this return we have this complete order list. Control X, Control V, and the last step, we have to export this order list so that we may use it in other pages. Export default. Now I have to write the name order list. Control S, and now here I have, let's say I'm using ORD or order list. Let me close it. Control S, you can say that it is automatically imported, but if we don't gonna import it, so let me show you the error, because it is showing here error. Order list is not defined, because it is saying at that page order list is don't know what is order list component. So Control S, that's why we have to import order list so that we may use it in the page. And you can see the output here. So this was all about components of React.js, and this plays a very crucial role in website development as well as in application development. So